Youth are the true potential of a nation. If mismanaged, become stagnant, slipping democracy into corruption and tyranny. India has a surplus amount of 56 million working people, making us top global performer. Our leaders think youth as performers. But do we feel as performers? The thinking gap between our leaders and youth is like Windows Internet Explorer running on Microsoft One. In the first part of our video, we draw an outline of the virgin voters. Here, we look at some of the challenges that the youth is facing. 64% of the population is expected to be in the workforce sector. Yet, 30% of India's youth are neither skilled nor employed. Long-term economic growth depends mainly on non-monetary factors such as population growth, workforce participation, the skills and aptitudes of our workforce, the tools at their disposal, and the pace of technological advance. China, Brazil, and Singapore have already demonstrated how to achieve skill development, and it's not rocket science. Identical to inequality, drug abuse is another shadow rising like a dark cloud over the young generation. According to a report, 13.1% of the people involved in drugs and substance abuse in India are under 20 years. Similarly, suicide is another setback that imprisons a young mind towards destruction. More than 1 lakh people commit suicide every year in our country. Youth is the vulnerable group with 33% share of total suicides. This number is rising at an alarming rate. Out of the overall suicide victim, 68.5% were males and 31.5% were females. We are in a moment where big ideas are really important. Yet, governments undermine this and distract with pseudo-religious beliefs. If we are the vote banks that governments aspire, all we have to decide is what to do with the right that is given to us. Because in politics, there is no end game. There is only power, 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 and power.